Hello, I'm Bunnery.
I'm Brad Moran,
and this is IFXtra. So, how is everyone today? How are you doing? What have you been doing all week? We've had quite a busy week as usual. I've been to work, you've been working away. And what have you managed to do this week? Anything interesting?
Yeah, well, I mean, my most interesting thing is, like, I don't know, I have tonsillitis or something.
Oh, yeah.
I got this throat
Don't
thing
show
going.
them.
No, I got a big white lump in my throat. Yeah. I think it's going now, though.
That's good news.
But after we did the quiz on Thursday, like Thursday night, well, early Friday morning, my throat just hurt so much.
You're coughing and coughing.
I think I overdid it talking too much.
Oh, yeah.
On the
Better
quiz.
keep this short then.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably should. Yeah, good call. Anyway, so I have managed to get a bit of stuff done. The app is moving again now.
Yeah. Had a workaround your problem.
I got a stupid workaround. I can't figure out what the problem is. So basically, I'm doing it on my laptop, but I don't want to be using my laptop because, you know, I've got like a proper desk. So I'm doing it over remote desktop to my laptop. And, you know, which is a little bit annoying, but it works. It works. We just get it done, then I'll actually fix the problem, you know, once we've got time to sort it out. So yeah, now the other thing that I've been doing is a less fun thing, to do with bans on interference. Because as you know, sometimes we get naughty people, or not necessarily naughty people, just people that shouldn't be playing. So we have a ban system. You'll have noticed, you know, if someone's got a red name, it means they've been banned. 90% of the time, probably more than that, 95% of the time, it's because they're a bad person. But there's a couple of other things which cause issues. The main thing is ages. So we got this age limit, as you know, because you all read the terms and conditions. Because yeah, you know, and we do highlight it because it's one of the main things. You know, minimum age 16. You know, it's for admin reasons, you know, Data Protection Act, all this kind of stuff. Makes our life much more complicated if we're storing data about people who are under 16. So, you know, nice and simple. Those of you in the UK, in the US rather, and thinking like, oh, but you know, what about such and such? You know, or this website, that website, whatever website, they've got a minimum age of 13. Yeah, different rules in different places.
They've probably got a big legal department as well.
Yeah.
Which we don't.
Anyway, point is, we say you got to be 16, and so occasionally we have to ban people, not because they've done something wrong as such. Like you know, it's not that they're a bad person; it's that they've broken this rule.
Yeah, it's a shame, really. But
yeah, you know, and it sucks. As you can guess, this has happened this week, and so normally there's then a flurry of questions like, oh, why is this person got banned? Why is this person got banned? Which you know is fair. Generally, we haven't normally talked about why people are banned, just you know, because they did something that required it.
Yeah.
But
we don't want to give them publicity, do we? Really?
Yeah.
Really annoying.
Yeah. Well, exactly. But I do always get questions about it every time it happens. So I've eventually relented and have put in something so we can now optionally, although I'll probably do it most of the time, we'll optionally be able to put a reason on.
Yeah.
So when the person is on the website, you know, it'll like when they're trying to play, it'll say, no, so you've been banned. Here's the reason. Here's how long it's lasting for. If another person looks at a banned player's profile or a comment that they've posted or something like that, it'll show up on there as well. Okay. So, for example, you'll see, you know, a comment by a banned user, and it will go, this player's been banned, reason underage, or I don't know,
abusive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into too much detail on it. It'll probably just be, it'll either be underage, is a bad person, or you know, any of the other sort of like not bad person but technical reason kind of thing. You know, like alt accounts, things like that. You know, this user has been banned because it was an alt account, that kind of thing. But you know, alt account's bad. So yeah, that's it really. So it kind of sucks, but and it's an admin thing, so it's not that interesting for you. But
you might be wondering why.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should have done it before. Hopefully, it will stop people needing to ask why it's happened.
Save your time.
But I think it sort of gives a bit more context. So related to such things, over on Discord there has been a discussion about how we have stricter. I mean, rules is probably the wrong word, but we're a bit more on the case about like trying to enforce an age limit and having, and trying to get rid of offensive stuff before it appears in games. Or, anytime something is brown, people like, oh, it's a poop. It's not just because it's brown, it doesn't mean it's poop. But we don't have much of that. And so anyway, there was a discussion on Discord and people were saying that they appreciate the fact that if someone has a chocolate ice cream, the next person doesn't then immediately go, oh, it's a poop. And so seemingly all of this stuff we do is appreciated.
Oh, good.
So,
well, that's good, yeah. It keeps the game nice and friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know us. We're all about the wholesome. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. As I say, the main thing is app is moving again. It's a bit slower because it's a more awkward process, but hopefully I can get this IRL bug fixed in the next few days. Get that on Android, build it for iOS, get it out, and then we can figure out what the plan is for the next version, because it might be that we make some changes to like what we're building it in or something. Anyway, we see. That's it though.
Okay, now it's time to see who won this week's awards. Picture of the week this week goes to Cadabita for Capybara King. I just love how regal he looks and the fur is beautiful. Fantastic detail there. Well done, Canna.
My favourite description this week was Frankenstein's monster loves those multicoloured flip-flops by Random Roger. Yep, you're right there. They definitely look like flip-flops and he's really loving them. Also, much respect for calling him Frankenstein's monster. But in the end, wasn't Frankenstein the real monster? Nice work, Random Roger.
Community pick of the week this week goes to Steph Corbin for a house cat like tiger. It's sad because it's very tired. Oh, that looks a bit like Garfield when he's all tired, and I love that it's black and white as well. That looks awesome. Well done, Steph. They were amazing.
Awesome stuff there as always.
Now we're going to see what we were talking about last week in the forums. Last week in the forums, I said if you could do any job for a day and had the relevant skills given to you, what would you do? I said maybe being a brain surgeon would be quite interesting, but a bit gooey, gloopy.
I don't think I fancy that.
No. So maybe I'd be a zookeeper for the day. Just go around checking all the animals, play with them all.
See, you make an interesting point here. That you say do something for a day and have all of the relevant skills.
Yeah.
So okay, so you could be a brain surgeon for a day and you'd know what you were doing, but it's still high pressure.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Because, even if you know what you're doing, you can still make a mistake.
Yeah,
so
can slip, yeah.
I wouldn't really like that.
No.
I'd
a bit too much, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to. I don't really know. I'll be honest with you. If I could do anything in the world, I'd probably still be doing this.
Well, that's the good thing.
Yeah. So just be getting paid more. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
So Ali says, I always wanted to be either one of those divers that finds the remains of missing people and discarded guns and evidence in the water, or trained sniffer dogs to find evidence on land. The dogs are mainly trained by volunteers. I watched a documentary where a volunteer brought her dog after the human volunteers were unsuccessful for days, and the dog found a missing girl within 30 minutes. She dropped everything to give her time and help. Adventure with a purpose. On YouTube has also brought many people closure with their equipment. So it seems like a very rewarding thing to do, I suppose it is, isn't it? And I can't imagine a bigger hole in your heart than losing a loved one and not knowing where they are. A proper burial is at least what a family deserves.
Okay, so when you started this,
yeah, I thought, this would be...
I thought, this is kind of morbid, but no, that's a good point,
there
actually.
There are people who do this,
because it brings closure
to
people.
Yeah. There are all databases about missing people and people, people still looking for their relations years and years later. So that's a really good thing to do. and interesting, scientific, and
Okay. Orimo said, "Do we get paid for this job? If so, I want to be a hedge fund manager for one of the top hedge funds. That way I can make $2 million in a single day and go ahead and retire, which would let me be able to do all the cool things you're all doing for more than just a day."
Well, it might be a bad day when the stock exchange is going down, and then it might well lose 2 million in a day.
Yeah.
Then you'll be in trouble.
I mean, well, this is true. You know, if you look at like all this stuff that's happening with, you know, GameStonk and all this.
Gotta be careful out there.
Yeah.
You'd have to be there on a lucky day.
That sort of big risk, big reward, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine.
But if you're just doing it for a day, you could take a risk, couldn't you, if you're just doing it for a day?
Yeah, unless they follow you afterwards.
Can we have our 2 million back, please?
Imagine if you try and game the system like that. Like, oh, I'm going to be a hedge fund manager, and then you go in and it's like a stock market crash, and you're like, oh, pants.
Yeah.
What do I do now? Okay.
But I said, thankful to say I would still teach my current facility. Despite the ups and downs, it's something I enjoy doing, and interacting with students helps me grow as a person. I thought to try teaching other STEM fields, though given it for the day, I get to understand the relevant knowledge. That'd be quite cool. It's nice to know that if you're doing something that you've always wanted to do, you're doing the right thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
And Vice in the right job.
Well, exactly. I was going to say, you know, from conversations with Vice, like on, you know, Discord and community games night and stuff like that. Vice seems like a really good person to be teaching, as in to be a teacher.
I mean, it's a stressful job, isn't it? But it is, like she says, it's rewarding.
Because you do sometimes get people who are teachers that should not be teachers. But no, Vice.
That's very passionate about what she does. Yeah. And it's nice to have students with new ideas, and you can learn from them too, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Two-way process.
I used to really enjoy teaching. Back in the day, when I used to teach sysadmins and things. It was like, it was great. I had a guy come up and shake my hand after one of the courses and saying, people have been trying to teach me how to do subnetting for like 10 years and I've never understood it. But the way that you just explained it, it just clicked and I got it. It's just nice. It was nice. And Zelfod says, genius inventor to create a product or plan that would solve world hunger and reverse global warming.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Or exogeologist in the future so I could discover and collect rocks from another planet. Yeah.
It sounds like he's been playing one of those games where you go and collect rocks from the planet.
Yeah, I mean,
there's some of those, aren't there?
As I say, I in an ideal world, I'd just be doing what I was doing now, but like, be paid enough to like actually do more fun things. But if I was going to do something else, it would be a sciencey thing. Exogeologist, that sounds kind of interesting. It's something space related, space exploration, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Off the planet, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Okay, now it's time to see what we'll be doing next week in the forums. Change one letter or add one to completely change the meaning of a song. Here are some examples that came up during the quiz. I would do anything for gloves. Glove Shack. It must have been glove. Yeah, we were on a bit of a glove fest. And here's one from me, the Pinball Lizard. Okay, over to you.
If you'd like to chime in with that, just head over to the Forum Games Forum. It'll be the pinned thread for the week, so you can find it at the top of the thread list.
Cool. Now, don't forget, tomorrow night is Zeitgeist Night. 5 rounds, 5 different topics.
Yep, if you haven't seen this before, every Sunday night, 7 p.m. UK time, over on twitch.tv/interference, we run Zeitgeist, the Interference Quiz of the Week. It's a live interactive quiz stream where you play along against the rest of the audience, competing for points and places on the leaderboard.
And I choose my favourite pictures of the week, and then I build my rounds around them.
Oh, yes, I normally say that bit, don't I? Sorry.
What am I saying now? So I've picked 5 awesome artists. I won't tell you what the drawings are. You'll have to wait until the night. Okay. But the ones this week that I really liked are by Plus Ultra, Zelfod, 9%, I Am Llama, and Epops. Epops. So I've got some cool topics.
So these pictures will inspire the rounds. On the night, we'll get to see the pictures, have a guess at what the rounds are, and then you can tell us whether we're right and ask us a few questions.
I will.
Okay, cool. So that's what's happening tomorrow. But what happened last Sunday?
Last Sunday, we had Darth at number 1 with 229. Callum was second, 227, and Goose was third with 220. It was all very close at the top there.
Okay, very good. So on Thursdays, we have Zeitgeist 20, which is one topic and 20 questions.
Yeah.
So, on Thursday, we were doing songs and films. weren't we?
Films, yes. And guess who was the best at that? It was Darth with 184. Joint second were El Guapo and Pusgal, 182. And Bus Stop TV was third with 175. So that was a fun round, wasn't it? People like songs.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know all of them. I definitely got a few wrong. But hey, if you're getting stuff wrong, it's a learning experience.
It is indeed,
so
we learned
can't
lots of
complain. But it was it was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Thursday just gone.
Yeah.
What's happening next Thursday?
Next Thursday, the topic is September. 20 questions about September.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Topical.
Awesome drawing by Geckaby.
Okay. Cool. Okay, September, and it's September now. That makes sense.
Yeah. Whole new month.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, if you'd like to join us for that, that'll be Thursday at 7 p.m. UK time over on twitch.tv/interference.
Cool.
Okay. Well, so on the subject of quizzes, just saying. Those of you in the UK, self promo. Those of you in the UK, I'm on Moneybags next week, which is on Channel 4 at 5 p.m. UK, Monday to Friday.
Oh yeah.
I'm not like playing every day, but I'm there in the background even if I'm not playing, kind of like contemplating what's happening on other players' questions. But it's a really fun quiz, and so I'm on that all week. That's the 5th to the 9th. It would be very cool if you could watch it, because it was really good fun. And I'll be live tweeting along with it over on twitter.com/breadmar. Or we might then re-watch them at the weekend, just like with a chat going on Discord for anyone who wasn't able to catch them live. And I can talk you through like what's happening and stuff. Because it was really good fun.
Cool.
So that'll be next
week.
Saturday. So that's next week,
Saturday,
and then we might have a watch along on next Saturday. But we talk more about that next week.
Cool.
It's not quiz news, but also all being well, it should be an interference and chill on Wednesday. 7 p.m. UK, where Ferret will be discussing the previous monthly challenge and laying down a new one, doing a bit of live drawing, bit of chat. So that'll be on twitch.tv/interference as well, if you'd like to catch that.
Cool. That's all the news for now. So it just goes to say,
if you're not already taking part in the game, then get involved. You can play it on the web at playinterference.com or search for Interference in your App Store or on Google Play. You can also get social with us. We're on Twitter at PlayIFX, Facebook at PlayInterference, and Patreon.com/interference if you want to give us a bit of monthly support for the ongoing maintenance of the game, keeping the app updated, and starting to work on the next new version of that when we begin that. Running the quiz, feeding cats, all that kind of stuff. We really appreciate your support. You get sports states and interference, so you get access to things like replays, new game modes like Art Start and Recall. And if you're a quiz player, you get a custom entrance shout out from Ava.
That's the best bit. Okay, that's it for now. So we'll see you again next week.
Yep, have a great week. We'll see you next Saturday.
Bye.
Bye.